When players go to a new team, we're usually skeptical to see how successful they will be with the new player. One example of this not working out is FURIA's new Opper Jr. As you can see here, in 2020, Junior posted an impressive rating of a 1.21 within Triumph on the map Nuke. However, in 2021, while under FURIA, he's posting a very pedestrian 0.86 rating. In this video, let's find out why he struggles. For starters, and the most important thing, is that Junior is no longer the star player on FURIA as he was for Triumph. As you can see here in this matchup against Team Liquid, Junior has the P250 and armor and is expected to be the Titan that wins Triumph the round. You would never see this in FURIA, however. He would typically not be the one getting the P250, however he would be the one dropping it and getting utility. Starting with the T side, Junior has a lot more mobility and opportunity to go for opening picks inside Triumph as compared to within FURIA. As you can see here, he's going for an early door pick. Here he's jumping up outside on a marshmallow and walking around on the edge so he can hold secret for his teammates outside. This is something you would also never see on FURIA, but you see in his old demos. As well as having the freedom to just go and run at the ramp player and try and rip his head off with the op. But within FURIA, what you're going to see is he's going to be responsible for throwing the door lurk smoke and either going outside with his teammates to contest outside, or going inside and holding for the ramp push from lobby. This is a lot more restrictive and prevents him from going for opening kills. With that being said, let's take a look at what makes Junior so good on Triumph and his biggest strength. Junior's biggest strength is going for aggressive opening picks and finding opening kills. He is not the best when it comes to being a passive opper who just holds an angle and kills everybody that comes into his crosshair. Opper that you would look to for that would honestly be Henny, who was on FURIA before him and decided to leave. And as you can see here, Triumph know that this is Junior's strength and are allowing him to go around the map and be more mobile and look for these opening picks and kills. And don't get me wrong, FURIA hasn't prevented Junior from going from aggressive plays at all. However, when you think about FURIA and aggression, you always think of Art and not, Junior. So as you see here, any sort of aggressive play Junior is going for is going to be accommodated by Art's aggressive play as well. He's not going to be allowed to do things by himself with the op. Remember this opening door pick I showed earlier in the video? This wasn't the only aggression that Junior showed in this round. After Elish kills Moose trying to go to vents, Junior realizes that he needs to try and make a play, and he goes and posts in the A site, gets a kill, and decides to keep pushing even though he's solo. And this sort of hyper-aggression and always looking for another kill is something that you won't see inside FURIA. FURIA always use Junior more as a support instead of more as an entry fragger. And again, that's because inside FURIA, the entry fragger is Art, and everybody knows it's Art. But that doesn't suit Junior and his playstyle at all. And I think, to be honest, it's kind of criminal that they don't let Junior do some more things that give him confidence and freedom like this. Because as you can see here, when he's more confident and he has a bit more freedom, he can be a really good superstar opper, where he can find opening kills and also clutch rounds. Another strength from Junior, and something that you won't see in some oppers, is the willingness to be incredibly mobile. I've already shown him going for this aggressive outside pick early on, but let's take a look at the rest of the round and how he moves. So after that, he's going to rotate towards Hell, because he might need to go to Heaven, help A, or pick up ramp and allow somebody to drop. However, when they realize there's no need for that, he'll come back to Garage and post up on outside. He'll sit here for a while, so I'm going to speed up a little bit. So speed through here just a bit. Let some nades come through. He'll post up on Silo for his teammates, come spot cracks, check Silo. And once it's clear that they're trying to go outside or down the B, Junior's going to start moving in towards the site. Shakezul has all of outside info. Get contact ramp, and Junior is just immediately moving. This is something that you won't really see from some oppers. They will be a lot more static, but as soon as they have info, Junior is making a move to try and get into position to help win the round. And you mainly see this on Triumph, where he's a lot more mobile than he is within FURIA. And I think that his mobility within Triumph is what allowed him to get so many kills on CT side, whereas with FURIA now, they need him to be more of an anchor. But as you see here, as soon as he realizes, okay, they're not coming B, I'm just going to go sprint up the vents, hold heaven. Of course, he misses this shot, gets the second one, and is going to push the bomb plant and get another kill in the round. But with every strength, there comes a weakness, and Junior's Achilles heel is being static. Whenever Junior has to be in an angle and hold, he struggles very, very hard. And that is a major problem with him, and he misses a lot of easy shots, or even not even just easy shots, but shots that are hittable, especially for somebody that is posting a 1.2 rating like he did on Triumph. Somebody on the echelon that you'd expect him to be with a rating like that, such as an OC or a Henny before him on FURIA even. And Junior struggles incredibly hard with hitting these shots. As you look into this round, you'll see one shot there that he misses. He'll re-peek outside later on and miss that shot. He's going to drop down, not see anything, and once he goes back up heaven, he's going to have more opportunities to try and find kills, and he's going to miss again on them. So outside, he spots people, misses there, misses another shot there, and it's these re-peeks, or these peaks where he has to find these kills, where he's being more static, that he struggles really hard to find the kills. Like on that hut peak again. You'd expect a player as good as Junior to find kills like that, and he just doesn't. And before people ask, no, this isn't just a consistency problem. It's something that he struggled with on Triumph, and it's something he continues to struggle with within FURIA. And as you can see here, his inability to hit some of these shots is putting him in a really awkward spot and making his team cover for him. And again, I don't want to make it seem like this is something that Junior can't do and has no success with, because Junior is still able to find some kills within FURIA playing the style. But it's not what suits Junior best, and that's what bugs me so much about his struggle within FURIA, is because FURIA is not adjusting to Junior at all, despite how hard Junior is trying to adjust for FURIA. And I think that they should really come to some sort of middle ground. So in my opinion, what needs to happen is FURIA need to let Junior be the primary opper instead of trying to have a 50-50 op with Art. On Nuke, Junior does primary op, so this is not the best example. However, if I go take a look at a map like Mirage per se, Junior doesn't even op half the time on that team on Mirage CT side. And that is a big problem to me. You picked up Junior to be a primary opper, let him have the op. And then T side, let him have some more freedom to go for opening kills and have some of your other players support the round instead of always putting it onto Junior. Though I will say, Junior's utility usage mid-round in both Triumph and FURIA is pretty lackluster, but that's just something you commonly see with some newer players. So in conclusion, here are some positives from Junior's play, his strengths, his weaknesses, and what he needs to work on to improve. So while editing the video, I realized I didn't really talk about cushioning or how to repeat correctly. And since I'm showcasing weaknesses from Junior that other players might want to utilize, I wanted to go ahead and showcase what those aspects are and why he's weak at them. So cushioning is essentially just your crosshair placement. So this is a pretty common angle for oppers to hold. It gives them information if they cross to back red, but you would never see an opper hold it on this right wall angle here, where they're super duper tight and they don't give themselves time to react. An opper would typically cushion, so to speak, their crosshair to be wide here, and then if they peek tight, obviously you peek back. Something you'll see rifles do, and there's a really, really good Launders video about it from Brax, or Swag, and his crosshair placement, and how he cushioned his crosshair back in the day when he still played CSGO. And then as far as repeaking goes, one thing that's really important is knowing how to repeat correctly. So another good example of cushioning is you wouldn't hold the angle here, or if they're crossing, you'd hold it here, right? And then as you repeat, you shift your crosshair to where you're close to the corner, so you're walking out with it. You see what I'm saying? I have really bad movement. I'm not very good at the game, so I'm not the best at doing it, but if you can keep your crosshair as close to this corner as possible, as you strafe out, as soon as you spot someone here, the tighter your crosshair is, the better. You can shoot and then get back into cover really easily. That's something I think Junior needs to work on a bit. And now for my conclusion. In my opinion, Junior is still a good player and just needs more time at a top level to understand some of the things that he's struggling with and to continue to work on it. In Triumph, he only had a limited number of maps against top competition, and he's been playing against top opponents in Europe ever since joining FURIA. However, I think FURIA need to start to play more to Junior's strengths instead of his weaknesses if they want to see him succeed, and I also think the language barrier between the Portuguese-speaking FURIA and the English-speaking Junior are causing problems within the team. Finally, I think that Junior and Art need to come to an agreement that Junior needs to get the op more than Art, and Art needs to understand that if he wants Junior to succeed, Junior has to have the op in his hands. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate all the support on the videos when I post them. I know it's kind of wishy-washy here and there when I do. I also want to go ahead and say I'm sorry for still delaying the announcement. However, there's nothing I can really do about it. I have to wait for permission from the organization I'm joining before I can do so, and for that I need to get my passport, which will be happening next month. So hopefully I'll have the announcement soon. Thank you for being with me on that. If you liked the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, leave suggestions for what you want to see next time, and yeah, bye-bye.